How's it going, guys? Kevin back at you with another video today. This one's going to be a quick and short one. So I just finished up tweaking a pretty simple addition to the rear here for the clipless setup. Added the option for a rear sway bar mount. This does impact the rear clearance just a little bit. As you can see there, as it sticks down just a little bit more. So I'm going to allow this to be an option. So if you want the original design that is flush and gives you the most clearance as possible, if you're trying to build this into a comp truck, that's the one that you're going to want to go with. If you want the one that's a sway bar mount, which sacrifices just a little bit of clearance there, then you can option this. I'll also put the option on the site to just buy this standalone, so that way for those of you who already have this set up and just want to swap in the rear piece that allows you to mount the sway bar, you can do that too. So with that, let's get into the installation. All right, so in this case, I already have the original clipless rear mount in. This is gonna be the same exact way if this is here or not, but this is actually how I do it just to make it really easy. So I just have a iFixit kit with a flexible screwdriver. A little hard to do one-handed, but there we go. Just gonna loosen that screw, take the other one out. We'll slide this out, put the replacement piece in, and then I'll show you the rest of it. All right, so got the rear latch installed. You can see that you actually do lose just a little bit of ground clearance, but you're gonna have the sway bar links anyways, so that's gonna be a cost and a trade-off that you're gonna have to pick. I ended up running these screws from the inside out, and then just the lock nut here, just to try to keep this as small as possible, because the tires are here, and the shock's there. We don't want any rubbing. So you can see what that looks like underneath. So I'll put the wheels on and then show you sort of the full range of motion and the clearance and how it looks like. All right, so here it is all complete. So we'll see when we go to full compression there. We just have enough clearance. It's a little hard to see from the tire, but it does roll freely. And then what you will also see is on the shock that it's just ever so slightly. You'll hear it rub just a little bit, but it's not enough friction that I'm really worried about this. This is not intended to be a comp crawler, you know, so I'm not going to be too worried at all. Probably not even going to hear it out on the trails when you're out and you're just rolling along driving. So I'm sure people will come up with, you know, even better ways to sort of sink this in and make this even lower profile so that you get more clearance. But for those of you who are just looking to add a sway bar, this is probably the easiest way to do it. So that's what it looks like from the side. So you can see obviously you're going to lose some from the sway bar itself, and that helps. And my design helps keep it as, you know, tucked up away as high as possible. And we'll throw the body on. So again, I recommend getting stuck in the inner fenders already in the back. That's right there. So I do recommend going at an angle. So I'm just going to pick this up here, rotate this down. See, just right from the front there. Once it's flush, you know that the front's good. Come back here, tuck my inner fender wells in, make sure I'm lined up left to right. Again, you don't necessarily have to do that. You can just pull straight down and the body's on, but obviously you want to make sure everything looks nice and pretty. So just gonna tuck the body, tuck the inner fenders. You can hear, you know, they get stuck on everything, of course, but then you're nice and secure. This is what it looks like with the sway bar installed. So I went down to full soft, but you can see we got nice full range of motion. Tilt it over one way, the other way. It's not going to bind up or anything. Obviously, you're going to just subtly hear that little rubbing on the shock, but really, really minimal. And then obviously this is how much it's going to come down in the back. So really, really minimal clearance loss. And so on my website, I'll be offering this as part of, you can buy this as the full kit. So you get the rear sway bar mount, rear piece with everything else. Or if you want the extra clearance, you don't want to have the sway bar mount there, it'll remove it and it'll be the original pieces in there. If for whatever reason somebody wants the rear piece without any of the top, maybe you have the drop bed or something, feel free to reach out. I'll see if there's enough interest. I can make a version that's just basically flat that here has that rear sway bar mount if you want. So with that, thank you guys for watching. I will catch you guys next time.